rolling. Yeah! Good to live to see another day that I'm back. When I say I'm back, I know what I'm really saying is I am grateful to live to see this day after Donald Trump gave his State of the Union address. A dear friend of mine, I never met her, but I talked to her on this prayer line. Remember, ever since this transformation of California, instead of good old quaint towns with churches and places you go worship, the demonic spirit, when I say demonic spirit, the globalists tried to flood us by saying to take out the churches and you have to be tolerant in the name of tolerance, or what do you call that, the race card again. What basically they want to dilute the belief of gospel of Jesus Christ. So we are recovering, and when I say thank you Donald Trump, I mean thank you Jesus for giving us the leader now, just in the midst of our drowning turmoil. It's like the Titanic. We're like, there is no end in sight, because the globalists had successfully transplanted people's it's almost like a chip. They put it in people's mind, like, oh, you're a racist, you're against the illegal. They call it undocumented. They don't even want to use the word illegal. So words are very, very important, and I refuse to use their terms. Basically, people, invaders, intruders, and you're for them, you are a traitor. It's that simple. So my suggestion about this big deal about DACA, and I'm grateful that Donald Trump showed the faces, the people that were affected by brutal murders, the MS-13s. I saw Warren Beer's parents. I'm talking about the State of the Union address. A dear friend of mine, some Chinese lady, doesn't know what I was saying. I say, the State of the Union. She thought Donald Trump was going to talk to the union boss. No. Union. We are a union, the United States of America. And divided, we will be conquered. If we unite, that's why union. We're united as a union, as a nation. Even though the leftists and the so-called the MSN, the media, the Joy Reid are so sourpuss. I don't know if you saw their faces in the State of the Union. I think they cut away to Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. They look like, they're zombies. Somebody just died. Like, what's this guy said that, like, their dogs just died? I forgot. It was pretty funny. I heard someone said that looked like their dogs just died or something. They have this menacing look. And then whoever that gave the rebuttal, like, he is still a part of the, what do you call, the deep state. Kennedy, the Kennedy family, they're all in it. Everybody's just saying that. They were laughing at this guy, Joe Kennedy. Good-looking dude, but he had the lipstick on and it was all shiny and everything. I'm sorry. It looked like, yes, he just ate the corn on the cob, or I don't want to be dirty or whatever. It's like, wipe it off. Whatever you were doing before you came to the studio and they staged this, the after Trump thing that he's critiqued. So they were grooming him. The Democrats were grooming this Joe Kennedy. Again, it's a Kennedy. He's a young guy, Democrat. I don't know how he got elected. He really has no leg to stand on, because he started to speak in Spanish to, to sort of like want to boost his morale and a power. He's telling, like, the dreamers, we're with you, and that's really the best they can conjure up. What I'm saying is the Democratic Party's you got problems. All right, you were trying to sink this boat, because he was trying to appeal to the Spanish people. Somehow, I don't know what he said. He's like saying, dreamers, we're with you, or whatever. But you have to know that's the tactic of the communists to stir the race war. It doesn't matter what race you are. The MS-13 gangs don't care. The people that are, just here for drugs and money to try to infiltrate into our countries don't really give the rat's ass about your race. What I'm saying is true. If someone invaded my house in the middle of the night, I don't give a rat's ass what race. I'm like, get the fuck out. I'm gonna shoot you. And then if they start to use a race card, what? Oh, you're gonna shoot me because I'm black, I'm Latino, I'm Asian, and you're a racist. So then, therefore, they call the cops on me. You see, this is what's so wrong about this country. You can't. Oh, people are breaking in, but it's okay because they're here through no fault of their own. I think that Donald Trump sort of exposed that, the fact that the Democrats like Schumer, they don't really care about so-called the dreamers, because I really like it when he says that our children of the United States of America, we have dreams too. So if you're dreamers that are here to shatter our dreams, hey, Kay Stanley, for example, she shattered. She has no dream. Shot in the back in the public square in what do you call the San Francisco pier, broad daylight, by this the dreamer. I guess they're all dreamers. It doesn't matter. Like, they can just, when they come in, you're attracting more to be at the borders. Everybody, even the gangs, they're saying, oh yeah, we're here. The first thing they say is refugee, and they're fleeing, something like that, to try to infiltrate in our country. So we don't have enough man patrol or border guards. Our border guards got brutally murdered. Who killed Martinez? Who killed the agent Martinez? Smashed in. They threw rocks, brutally just smashed his head in. Could not even recognize his face. I'm just saying, these are the kind of people that you're allowing in, and you're making me a victim. So am I going to be killed just like Kay Stanley? And there's like a bunch of them. They were saying the names of Gonzalez, or I believe Trump go out of his ways. I mean, I can see that he was getting the black folks. There were victims, right? Their two daughters who were killed, Michelle, or like in Long Island, I don't know the other name, Helen, killed by the gangsters, so-called the DACA. So there's no discerning who is coming in. The only discernment is if people that are legitimate, like I would say I legitimately, or somehow my no credit of my own, not no fault of my own, my family that came here through some employment opportunity, so they apply with the employer applied. That's the way to go, and I think that's the only way. Honestly, I don't think that. Again, I cannot be invited to these damn liberals' house who so indignant. Everybody's so indignant. I'm just thinking like off the top of my head, right? Remember that who came out? There was Michael Moore. Oh man, I mean, if he's the face of the Democrats, I gotta fix my head because three more days to Super Bowl 52. Go Patriots. Before. Okay, so I have a tendency to kind of go off on topic. So before I do that, let's not do that. Try to go to Michael Moore's house. Try to go to any one of those. Jimmy Kimmel, they're so indignant. Chris Matthews. Well, try to go down, knock on their door. Say, hey, I'm a dreamer. Can I come stay with you? Oh, man, I heard that you just love us dreamers. So, anyways, I mean, all that. This is a scheme, a scam, and I broke it. I break it. And it's being torn asunder by no merit of my own, by the power of the Holy Spirit. That's why you got to pray. So, they hate us so much. I'm talking about the liberal Democrats. They want to flood our country with just invaders instead of, legitimate people. We have an immigration program. It's just like people have emails when I try to sign up to go to their house for some kind of a food sharing thing that they're doing for New Year's, or that happens. They invite people to their homes for Christmas, but you can't just be walking out in the street. I try to be polite and everything. That's the way it is done. It's a basic it's just the societal what do you call a rule of courtesy? I don't even want to use the word law. It's just pretty much your common sense. I want to be invited. If I'm not invited, then therefore I am an intruder. If you're not invited, you're intruding. Just because you bring 10 people with you, and then someone, all of a sudden, they are the Democrats, and they say, oh, these 10 people you cannot get rid of from your home, even though they're uninvited, they're intruders, but they're here through no fault of their own, so therefore you have to feed them, clothe them, and house them, and maybe if they're, they kill you or something, they can get the proceeds, so they can give us 10 votes. Versus your one lousy vote, which is probably going to go to the Republicans. So, brings me to the next point. Woohoo! Okay, flashpoint. I think this is cool. Anyway, I'm getting a flag. This is like my own little commercial break or whatever. Looking for the investor. I have this whole brand new, keep it a secret, rice girl what? Da 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 da! Yes, I said it. Medical fuss, but I got to get that flag and got to get some samples printed so I can show it to you, and you will invest and prosper. I got different things that I want to do. Maybe doing the organic food with Rice Girl. Wah! Kick ass. America first. So just because I could not believe how rampant this disease, this mental disorder about liberals, about globalism, is so rampant. So I have a perfect solution. Really, if you're listening, Mr. Donald Trump, I believe he will want to listen to me. By the way, wow, if you didn't see the State of the Union, Jae Ho, I can't remember pronounce his name, this guy from North Korea, escaped from North Korea, got his leg ran over and amputated. His dad made his wooden crutches from using the crutches. I mean, just like, oh my God, tears and tears and tears. Here he was here to give, just his presence, give a testimony that how precious people lose their limbs when they sewed him back, just stop the bleeding, no anesthesia or whatever. And traveled through China. You know how tough that is? He's still alive. It's a heartbreaking story. What it is demonstrate that how precious freedom is. And we're becoming like North Korea, really, in California. It's like North Korea. Remember I told you, there's no law. The Democrats is lawless. When they say that when the good is evil, evil is good. That's exactly what they're saying. People invade into this backyard. They're okay. They can stay. They can vote. Automatically register. They can get driver's license, and we'll even pay for their insurance. They pay for it. They even came out and said, we're not only paying for the school, for the so-called DACA. Again, these DACA people marching around like they have the right to be here. You see, it's the mind. The mind. If these people already overtaken you by beating your mind to shreds, then you're lost. You cannot lose. You have to say, wait a minute, these four walls, or if we don't have the wall's going to be built, and you are outsiders. You either go through the front door, ring the doorbell, ask, to say, what's your name, and blah, 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 what are you here for, and all that. It's very simple. So we can discern your intention you're here for. Jobs, so you're here to kill us, to destroy the society, to spread disease and violence, to bring drugs so you can make gazillions of dollars and get us hooked on opioids. So that would make total sense to me, that to have a secured border. So we definitely want that damn wall. All right? Number one, Donald Trump. And another thing is, my proposal to solve this DACA issue is, of course, we have to, understand if there are these so-called Schumer and these Democrats, Pelosi's and, Jerry Brown, they're so in love with these so-called dreamers. Well, why don't we have a legislation, have them adopt? Yeah, not just disperse them this is what happens, right? Like a lot of border stories, you hear that so-called process, and they give them a ticket, disperse them, send them on the bus. People in truth just pretend that, we're here for fugitive reason for DACA. They're waiting on the border right now to see what are we going to do with this invasion issue. There's all kinds of people. You don't know. They're like, we're going to be next. So you issue them a ticket, they don't show up. They never show up in court. And the scandal was that through Obama and all these years, and people hush, we were paying, taxpayers, we are still paying. It's only exposed because it's a different deal now with the Trump era, but still we have so many holdovers from the Obama, and those programs are still in place. We're paying first class tickets to transport these people across the country because they say, okay, so this is what they say. They say, DACA, whatever. They have no way to prove. All right, so I'm at your border. I mean, you can't tell. I could just say I'm 16. Oh, yeah, we Chinese are. We look all like this. Yeah, we're all going to be 15, 16 years old. And then they say, well, do you really have any relatives here? So I say, yeah, I'm at such an address in Minneapolis or whatever. I just want to go to Super Bowl, right? So then use tax dollars, and this happened over and over again to buy a first class ticket. Just imagine if I'm a DACA person and I just say, I have no proof. I'm escaping from a regime. Yeah, they persecute. That's okay. So you're seeking asylum, right? I mean, everybody knows how to play that fucking game. I could be a fucking terrorist and seeking to blow you up. You see. So then they buy me first class fucking tickets, United or whatever, accompanied by, of course, the authorities. So you have to pay their fare and their time. It's not cheap. I know someone in Marshal Service, they make a lot of money. This is misuse of your money, tax dollars. And that's why we're like in such a bondage, and the left cannot stand what Donald Trump is doing, and they're exposed because their hearts, it's not for Spanish people, it's not for Asian people, it's basically they want to revolt against the United States of America. Why? So they can have more power. And that's why you see them climbing up on these statues and tearing them down, so-called the Antifa. That's why these dirty, low-down scoundrels, yes you are, fucking Schumer, Brown, you are fucking scoundrels. You're taking down our government. If you cannot win, you want to kill them. That's why when Steve Scalise was shot in a harmless congressional baseball game, not even a game, in a practice. And, we should not have that anymore, so-called the Republican dugout or Democrats dugout, because then they're targets, you see. And this also put fear in people's minds. I don't want to run to try to do something for the country because they might kill me. And this is what they do. This is worse. We're coming to, like Africa, like the third world country. That's what they do. They kill the opposition. And just now, if you don't believe me, when Scalise was shot by Hodgkinson, who is a Democratic operative, if you didn't know that, and he responded to hashtag hunt Republicans. Can you imagine if we say hashtag hunt Democrats? If they could do that to us, then let's just say, what's for the goose is good for the gander. Right? It's not fair that you're singling out Republicans and kill them so that you can gain majority, because they were want to kill Hodgkinson. We're going to kill all the Republicans in the congressional baseball practice dugout. They had no weapons, no arms. By the grace of God, because God saw it. Remember the omniscient, because you are not wrestling against people. You're wrestling against God. Not that these people are perfect. Like I call out Flake, McCain. You guys should get out. You're freaking phony rhinos who just Republican in name, because these people lied about, we want to repeal. I gotta adjust my thing. Obamacare. Oops. Remember Papa? Okay, made my Papa proud. He says, you're wearing too little. I just go, hey, flaunt it or whatever. Rice girl bags. I guess you can PayPal me and /Cheryl and request the short, extra large, large or small, or the DVD. See, I'm really good as like a human little commercial. I can cut to my own commercial. Yeah, right there. The PayPal.me/Cheryl, and it's easy. Just PayPal me. 25 or more requests for the DVD. Is a comedy with woohoo paprika. So I guess the reason why I'm still in California because there's still a lot of thespians, so to speak. Even though I'm so turned off and disgusted by Grammys and all these people do nothing but just give their thumping their chest how much Trump is a racist. I mean, what else you got? You're not a racist? Well, we'll see that you adopt. How many can you adopt? Sign up now. Let's just have the legislation. Don't put it in our states because we cannot afford, what what do you call that? Your goats. So basically, they're your goats. You see, you own them. Why is it that I have to be flooded? What I'm saying is, why do I have to suffer being intruded upon because you insist on that what you're doing is right? If truly you are so charitable, then just like an orphanage, there's really not that many of them, right? There was like 800,000. Now it's like 1 million or something, according to Donald Trump. So instead of giving so-called a straight path to citizenship, I don't think that's going to happen, honestly. I suggest to President Trump is have Nancy Pelosi see how many, she's a millionaire. Schumer is also. So all their so-called the base, let every one of them adopt their so-called the dreamers, refugees, and they'll just sign an agreement. It's very simple because when I apply for somebody's green card, like a immediate family, they want you to sign to vouch that they're not going to be on social welfare because we don't want to bring in more people. We're already barring up the wazoo, right? Cannot pay for our own household, our food, and keep the lights on. So we cannot pay for the whole fucking China, and that's exactly what China is doing to send everybody. They don't have the social welfare. Remember, it's a communist country, but they're here. They keep all their money there because they're corrupt. So they're millionaires, and they're here, and they apply for everything under the sun. Believe me, in California, they have housings. I've seen them. The better housings and apartments and, little condos all the way, where was it that I know? And these people are illegal. Oh my God. They're not my cousins, but, remember I told you my stepfather tried to kill me. So from his side of the family, but somehow, because I was gone, remember stepfather tried to kill me, kick me out, threw me out in the cold in the streets. But in the meantime, they were inviting, this is before the stepfather passed, and he was an illegal overstaying student visa type of thing. You see, everybody's overstaying. It's so easy. You just fly into California. I'm not giving you any ideas. Don't fucking do it, you maggots. Get the fuck out. Have a little shame, all right? I'm just saying, let there be shame. We have to shame them because these people just try everything. Give every social benefit there is and try to play crazy to be disability. Free money, because this is appealing to the very denigrated, very debased, our human tendency. And I would say, yeah, if you give me free money, sure, fuck it.